What's up, y'all? Welcome to another review by Ryan. Happy 2023 and happy Thursday. It is Thursday, January 5th, and I hope you all are doing well wherever you're at in the world at the time you find this reaction. In this reaction, it is time for DanMachi again. It is the second Cour of the fourth season of DanMachi. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in the dungeon? And we ended off the last Cour, the first Cour, with absolute hell and catastrophe. Cassandra had been having these visions for episodes after episodes that things were really about to go downhill. Her vision was that everyone was going to die. It was just really morbid. And of course, she didn't really push herself too much to express that because, of course, the in real life person equally was not believed, and so in the anime she again is not believed. And as we've now seen, no matter how much they prepared and were able to deal with the adversities of the dungeon, we now know that Jura, the one who triggered and caused intentional damage to get back at you for whatever happened to his party before, he triggered the Juggernaut, which we now know is an automatic monster that triggers when too much damage happens in the dungeon and ultimately comes to clean up the mess. And so things went really downhill very quickly. Bell basically lost his life. Ryu really got messed up. Fortunately, Mari was able to bring back Mari was able to bring back his arm and kind of bring Bell back up to the surface. But things really didn't go very well. They realized they were way in over their heads. And then Jura tried to use a device to control the monster, and fortunately for Jura, he met his demise, and it was so glorious to see. If you guys watched that reaction in the last episode, I was so stoked to see him get off. But, you know, the celebration was very short-lived because now we know that Bell and Ryu have been knocked down to the 37th layer. They are way lower than they started at. They started on floor 25. Now they're at floor 37. And this layer is known as the infamous White Palace, which brings us to where we're at today. So I said this in the end reaction and when I did my summer ratings that this was definitely the strongest DanMachi season story-wise to date. We've had plenty of fan service, we've had plenty of lightheartedness, and we've had some abysmal presentations. I was very vocal that I did not like the second season of the DanMachi series. I thought it was awful. But we've gone from that to me almost giving a season of DanMachi a 10 out of 10. I think I ended up giving the first Cour a strong 9. And I'm going to be very honest, if they continue with the delivery of this story and the presentation as we start looking into Ryu's Familia, those who have seen the key visual will know that her Familia, before it was wiped out, is going to kind of be a headliner in this second arc. And I'm not looking forward to seeing that. But at the end of the day, we do need it in order to proceed. And this is going to give some much needed character growth and development for everyone as we now deal with the White Palace in the infamous 37th floor. So I'm really stoked to be back to doing reactions again after taking a break from the fall. You guys were really engaging in my first Cour DanMachi reactions, and I hope you guys will keep that engagement up this time. Again, I am not a source material reader, so you will hear me say plenty of things that may not be what you remember, and it probably is not what happened, but a lot of moving parts do happen in the DanMachi series, especially in this fourth season, and taking it all in at once. Remember, this is a raw reaction, and I might miss something, so feel free to talk about your commentary after each episode in the comments. So we're going to go ahead and jump straight into this episode. Again, this is the first episode of the second Cour of the fourth season of DanMachi. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? And let's go ahead and get this started in 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's right. When she even described it. Yeah. It's probably just the floor of just death. I mean, it just screams death. Like, I don't know how they make it out of this alive. I hope we're not going to lose multiple main characters here. We already lost 50% of the cast in the first Cour. And they are starting off in horrible shape. Physically unable to deal with it. Bell's already died once. Ryu's already almost done. And here she goes talking about the vision again. Embodiment of ruin. This is bad news. Oh, this is so bad. Ooh. Bro, I had chills for a moment there. Oh. Yo. Like, what are they going to do to get out of this one? And I know Hessie is going to lose her shit when she realizes how bad things are right now down here. Oh, man. And we gotta... And we gotta watch the story of the Familia. Oh, my goodness. This is going to be so freaking heartbreaking, bruh. It was a good opening. Oh, man. Like, I'm telling you, bro. Like, they down here doing a floor boss. They down there about to deal with the depths of hell itself. Like, yo. And they don't have Bell. Like, literally the strongest person they don't have now. So this is just... Damn. Such a huge difference from any floor bosses that we've seen up to this point. Oh, man. And what's bad is he's far beyond that floor by this point. There's nothing you could do. If you try to pursue him, you'll just die. Like, oh, come on. Come on, Haruhime. Please, you can't be falling, bruh. Like, literally, one mistake and you will not be a character in this show anymore. It's crazy as the floor boss hasn't even done much of anything. And they're not even gonna be able to lay a scratch on it. Yeah, y'all gotta go. Bruh, it's bad. Which we can only assume Jura and friends have done. They've completely messed up the timing of everything down here. For now. Bruh, they've messed up so much. Everything. Yeah, because they know how impossible this situation actually is. This is more than just an irregularity right now. This could actually be the complete collapse of the dungeon as we know it. What an absolute catastrophe. Man. And I mean, they both got messed up. I don't know who's more messed up right now. And because he's fallen so far, even Mari and anyone else, they're not going to be able to help him. And they're fucking stuck. I swear on my life. This just gets from bad to worse. I know what her story is, but I really just wish we had just spoken up that much more. Not that it would have really made much of a difference, but oh my goodness. The dungeon isn't even the dungeon that we know anymore. Sure, and I'm really messed everything up. There's no choice. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Look, at even for those who talk about plot armor, I don't know how much that helps us in this situation. Yeah, exactly. Because you're pretty damn good yourself, Aisha. Yeah, right now, y'all can't think about Bella at all. It won't matter if y'all don't make it out of here. All right. Of course, y'all saying that right now because he ain't here. But the moment he show back up, y'all gonna be hella relieved. However, kicking ass down here needs to be the equivalent of either killing, because if you don't kill, it's pretty much your life. Man. And that fire, that flame, it's just instant death. No, not even a remote chance of injury, just immediate death. And it has no respawn counter. It's just spawning them off. All right, so damn. Yeah. You gonna have to. All right, girl. Hey. And she just started using that too, so and she's already. How many times has she had to use this since we've been down here? I can't remember, but I know she's exhausted right now. It's just wild though, because I know of all the power differences down here, is any of this even gonna matter? Hmm. I mean, at this point, my girl, all we can do is hope and pray now. Okay, so she has no idea the gravity of what's really going on right now. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, it's far worse than you might possibly think, Hestia. Fuck my life. I mean, literally, it's like they said, it's literally that boss where you cast assess on it, and there's nothing, no vulnerabilities. Nothing at all. Also, I forgot how long her method works to keep them boosted. I mean, but we've already established that you having to be the command from behind. Yeah. Yeah, you physically cannot remotely touch them, so don't you dare think, don't break out of what you're good at. Because if you do find an opening, you're going to be needed to get them out of there. Very, very nice. Wow. Good. Good. Very good. I'm glad that worked out. It's so hard for me to actually hope that this is going to really work this way. That's fine though. We can assume they're far weaker. Just keep the good fight. Like, thank you. Like that. I'm glad someone said so. I'm like Cassandra, listen, I get it's morbid, bro, but we gotta get it together. But that's what you're there for, Daphne. That's exactly what you're there for. Honestly, it's such a balanced squad. Even with Belle not being here, it just means that y'all just have to work more in sync than ever before. But it's going to be alright. In some way, shape, or form. Alright. Now how that fight actually ends and how it looks like it's going to end, well, we're going to wait and see next episode. Because we've already seen things look very optimistic and then bodies start hitting the floor, so... Already, I can say the opening and ending song for this Cour, they're both perfect. Perfect for the premise and environment of what we're about to go this second half of the season. More. All right. All right. And we're going to stop that video right there. So, initial thoughts about this start to the second Cour. Again, another strong start. The first episode started off really strong. The second Cour starting off equally strong. Obviously, we start off with the two parallels, them getting ready to deal with the floor boss, and Belle and Liu down in the 37th floor of the White Palace getting ready to deal with the hell that's going to break out there. And remember, we just saw what I believe was Juggernaut again breaking out because everything is off. So as was established in this episode, which really just gave more insult to injury, the entirety of the dungeon has been thrown off now. Again, Jura and them really jacked this damn place up with the Juggernaut being completely thrown out of whack, somewhat looking like it is still actually under control, even though Jura is dead now. It's now been thrown out of whack. It's going down to floors that it's not supposed to be going down to. We have the floor boss on the 25th level that's not supposed to be here for another couple of weeks, and now it's here. And it's just all hell's broken loose now. And, you know, in situations like this, it's basically like Daphne said, it's basically like Lily had to be told. It's basically like everyone's had to tell themselves. They have to get used to not having Belle around. And if any of them plan to make it out of this alive, they're going to have to get their shit together and get their shit together really quickly. But again, similar to what I said in the beginning of the first Cour, once again, we're seeing how we have such a well-balanced team. And having two healers, I mean, it really works. Cassandra just had to get out of her emotions. Thank goodness Daphne got her out of that, because even I was starting to get annoyed just a little bit where I'm like, my girl. They out here fighting the floor boss. We need you to get it together. But of course, you know, this is a morbid situation, and they have gotten so used to having Belle around that they don't know what to do when he's not present, and they have to understand it's a team effort. And right now, they cannot worry about Belle. Belle and them are going to figure it out one way or another. I don't know what that way is going to be just yet, but they're going to figure it out. Obviously, in the opening and ending to the second Cour, that further proved that we're going to have a lot of flashbacks and quite a bit of focus onto Liu's familia and the past before her familia got wiped out. I'm very excited to see, very excited and very scared to see that story played out. And I think this was a really great starting off the second Cour. So not too much to say right now. now because we're just getting started, but obviously things are going to get a lot more intense in the coming episodes. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and of course the animation, art, and music are superior as we come to expect from DanMachi. So that's my initial thoughts, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and welcome back for another great Cour. If you did like the video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you're on YouTube, hit the bell icon to be one of the first to be notified when a new reaction becomes available. So I will see you guys next week for the second episode of this second Cour of DanMachi Season 4, and until that time, catch you later.